Join me in painting an easy watercolor hummingbird with simple flowers and a pastel background. This is a simple composition and easy to create, so stay with me until the end and enjoy a fun painting session. I'm mixing cinereous blue with a small amount of sap green to create a blue-green color for the background. I'm adding a plenty of water to this mixture and applying it where the hummingbird is going to be. Next, I use a light value of magenta in the area where the flowers will eventually be. The remaining areas are filled with other colors that is left on my palette. You can see that everything is kept in a light value. After that, I allow the colors to blend by elevating the board and letting the pigment to move across the paper. Any excess pigment that collects along the masking tape is removed with a waistcloth. Next, I allow the paper to dry completely. Once the paper is fully dry, I use a very light value of blue-green mix from my palette to sketch the basic shape of the hummingbird. I start with a simple carrot-like shape for the body. I then extend the shape slightly at the bottom part as you see in the video. Next, I add a small circle for the head. We have placed the basic shapes in place for the head and the body. Next, I begin adding color. First, I'm placing cinereous blue on the head as you see in the video. Next, I use ultramarine near the beak, neck, and body of the bird. Next, I mix Payne's Grey with ultramarine and apply it near the beak area, along the neck, and near the lower part of the body. Now I'm mixing cinereous blue and sap green and applying it on the upper section of the bird's body. Using the same mix of cinereous blue and sap green but in a lighter value, I paint the wing of the bird. The wing is in a triangular shape, although the outer edge is formed by a series of small curves rather than a straight line. These little curves help suggest individual feathers. I then add a second wing partially hidden behind the first one. For that, I use the same pigment. Using the bluish green pigment that is on my brush, I paint the beak of the bird. Here I made a small mistake where the neck connects to the beak. The shape doesn't look quite right, so I simply lift the pigment with a cloth and repaint that area. Using the bluish green color that is on my brush, I paint the tail with 3 simple strokes. After that, I use it to draw some lines to show the separation between the feathers on the wings. At this stage, the two wings appear to merge together, so we need to separate them. So I'm using ultramarine to paint a line between the wings while the surface is still damp. To increase the contrast, I add a touch of Payne's grey. This helps to distinguish the front wing from the second wing, which is partially hidden behind it. Finally, I'm using Payne's grey to add the eye on the bird. With that, the hummingbird is complete. Next, we are going to paint the flowers. Before doing that, I slightly spritz the area where the flowers will be. The goal is not to fully wet the paper, but to leave a fine layer of tiny water droplets on the surface of the paper. Next, using magenta pigment, I simply place the color onto the paper, and as this pigment lands on the damp surface, it creates a beautiful textured effect. You can see that I'm forming small clusters of tiny flowers, almost like a bunch of pink hydrangeas. I'm just creating loose floral shapes without overworking the details. Next, I mix cinereous blue, sap green and touch of ultramarine with Payne's grey to create a deep green for the foliage. I use this mix to build up the surrounding areas. While spritzing the paper, there should be just the right amount of water droplets on the surface so it creates a nice texture for the flowers. If you spritz too much, the paper becomes overly wet and the paint spreads uncontrollably. So our goal is to have tiny little droplets on the paper so there is soft diffusion but still maintaining control over how the color moves on the paper. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more watercolor painting content. See you in another video. Until then, take care and bye bye from Prema.